In our last video of the series, we are going to learn how to finish up our terrain, add figures, and finalize some photos for our layout. Okay, so here's our layout so far, and again, if I go into the 3D view, this is what it looks like. It's fairly simple, super easy, but let's say I actually want to have a yard right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, close this out. I'm going to select this entire straight piece and I'm just going to remove it because I want a yard to come in right here. So I'm going to select this piece here, go back to my track, select a switch. If I scroll down far enough I can find one. Let's select a number 4 right turnout, and I want it to come off of the back end so that it forks out to the right like I did. Unfortunately here I forgot to turn off bridge, so you just select it, click bridge, and it'll undo. Then I can go back to here. I'm going to scroll back up to the top, and I'm going to select flex track to close the rest of this back off. As you can see, my tunnel now reappeared. So from here I'm actually going to use the flex track again to give it kind of a natural curve. I'm going to right click to end the flex track before I use the full 3 feet, and I want to add another split in the track. So I'm going to go down, add another switch, and then I'm going to use the unit track pieces here to make this the small yard that I would want in place. So I'm going to use a 248 mil piece there, scroll down, use a smaller, let's go with the 15 radius left turn, and a 248. Let's give, yeah, that looks good, and I want to make these even, so let's try 46. That's close enough, I don't care. From here, scroll down, I'm going to select whatever bumper I want. Actually, what bumper is that? That is the wood, whoops. Okay. We'll use that one, and I'm also going to select the other end and use the same pump stop there. Now, here is what the track looks like. And let's say I wanted to put in a station right here on this siding. So we're going to go in. I'm going to select layer 3 here because I want my buildings to be on layer 3, and in fact let's rename it. So you double click on this, or sorry, I actually don't know if you can rename these. Turns out you can't. Alright, never mind, I'm not going to rename them, I'm just going to leave them. I'm going to know though that layer 3 is the layer that I have my buildings on. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to select figures again. This time I'm going to draw a rectangle, and I'm going to assume probably this size, that might look good. Let's give it a height of 2 inches. No, let's give it a height of 1 inch. Select the color. I'm going to just label all my buildings as brown and click OK. And now I'm going to right click on this, click rotate. This will allow me to rotate it so that it matches up with the track as I want. So what I'm going to do is actually move this so that it's almost centered on the track. That way I can align it better when I rotate it. And you can free rotate, and as I use flex track I'm going to use a free rotate since I didn't measure any of that out. And you just want to get it until it's lined up with the track. If you can't quite get it exact, like over here is a little bit farther than over here, you can use the arrows to fine tune it. So I'm going to put it at right there and then click OK. Now I want to move this off the track, so you press and hold Control, move the building, and now I actually want to move this entire face all the way down here. So let's just click and drag one of the corners, and I'm going to bring that all the way to about here. Now I'm going to select roof, select the rectangle and select roof, and I can choose what type of roof I would like on it. I'm going to select this one here, and I'm going to go into the 3D view, and now we can see that I have a station with a roof in it. Now I don't really enjoy what that roof looks like, so I'm going to select and delete the roof. I'm going to select the square again and click roof, and let's try this one. That one doesn't give me a station vibe, that gives me a motel vibe. I'm going to remove that again, go to roof, and let's select this one. Not much better. I'd say that's more of a shed. Let's go back to the first one I had because I think I like that one the best. We'll select this and go into the 3D, and that looks stationy enough for me for now. Now you're looking at the layout and you're going, man, this is really simple layout, but there's not really a whole lot going on. I mean, we've got one building, some water, a mountain, tunnel, some switches, a bridge, but there's no objects, there's no trees or people or figures or anything. So now I can go into here. I'm going to turn on my last layer, layer 4. What you can do is you can go up to your drop down menu again, select the drop down, go all the way down to objects, and from here you have a plethora of options to choose from. You can go anywhere from US size stuff to UK, anywhere in Europe. They have a large selection of road signs, trees, symbols, whatever you want. So I'm actually going to go in, I'm going to select trees, as trees are not generic to a location. And the cool part is they have a variety of different trees, and they have a variety of different sizes. So if I want a pine tree and I want a really large pine tree, I'm going to select the extra large, and you can click and it'll just appear on the map, or you can click and drag on as well. So what I'm going to do is just put a few of these kind of all over the place. Oops. And I'm going to actually put a few in the mountain area here, but I'm going to show you what you have to do in just a minute. Let's get a few more of these out. Those are all the extra large ones. Now if I go into the 3D view, I can now see that there are some pine trees. It's very nice. There are a few. Adds a little bit of texture to the layout. But as you can see, this one is barely sticking out. These ones are around the right height. So what I want to do is I want to go in. I'm going to select this one, right click, go down to properties. I'm going to set this at a height of 5 because that's where we set the height for the terrain. And then I'm going to go in. I'm going to select both of these, and I'm going to set these ones at 7. Same thing, and now I can go into the 3D view, and I can see that those trees are now on top of the mountain where they were supposed to be. You can also use, I would recommend using a variety of larger and smaller trees kind of throughout the layout, just to give it a little bit of variety, and so that it doesn't look as fake. It looks a little funny if you use the same size tree for everything, and even on your layout, I guarantee you won't be using just one type of tree on the whole layout. So let's go in and see how this looks, and that's starting to look a little bit nicer with a little bit of foliage. Now, just for the heck of it, I'm going to show you what the other tree looks like by placing a few of them over here. Let's add a few of these, some smaller control to move it, some smaller trees over here, and there are a lot of options to pick from, so and that'll probably be good. Let's see what it looks like in the 3D view, and as you can see, that's a slightly different type of tree, but now it gives the layout a little bit of life, I should say, to what the layout's going to look like. So I'm going to back out of this, and now I can go to the drop down again. Whoops, not that drop down. I can go to the, oh yeah, this drop down, select objects, and I want to add, let's see, let's add some lamps. Now, I don't have any roads drawn in here, but let's say you wanted to draw a road. It would be the same way that you drew in any of your mountains or your water. You would just give it a set height. I would say probably very close to whatever you have your baseboard set at. maybe an eighth of an inch higher, but not much higher, because you don't want it to overlay the track too much. But I can drop in, let's put a road signal here, and one of these just to see what it looks like. And there are a bunch of different options, so I'll just put down a few of these so you can see what they look like, but obviously you can place these anywhere on the layout that you would like. I'm going to go into 3D view again, and now let's rotate around. Now we can see what some of those street lights look like. So you've got your standard, I would say, US highway, center highway lights, or you've got some city street lights here that are a little bit smaller, a little bit less obtrusive. I'm going to remove those now. I'm going to go in again, go all the way down to objects, and I'm going to select symbols. Not really anything in there that I'm looking for that I want to add to layout. And again, you can just kind of dig through these to see what each one of these have, because everything is going to be a little bit different. So now I actually want to add some signals to the layout, so I'm going to select this, and it'll give you an option of different signals that you would want. So I'm going to go with the G-type double. I'm going to move this to right here. Now if I go into the 3D view, I can see that this is now next to the track facing the wrong direction. So what I want to do is actually I want to move it up just a little bit so that it's not quite on the mouse, and I click rotate, and I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees so that it's facing from the tunnel. Click OK, and now I can see that it's going to be off the baseboard, so I'm going to pull it back onto the baseboard, click 3D, and now I can see that it's facing the right direction coming out of the tunnel, and you can now see the signal. Lastly, I'm going to go down, select objects, I'm going to select road signs, and there are plenty of options for road signs right here, and I'm just going to put a railroad crossing sign right next to our light. And I want to make sure that I have two of them, so I'm going to drag another one in. I'm going to rotate this one around 180 degrees, drag that down onto the baseboard, select 3D, and now I can see my railroad crossing signs. And that is some basic tips and tricks for using Scarm. It's not a crazy hard software to figure out. It does take a little bit to kind of get used to some of the controls, especially the way the 3D moves around. If you click and hold to move, you can click and hold your scroll wheel to move it around, and it's just really fast. And for me, it felt a little bit backwards from what I was expecting, but coming from a lot of solid modeling background, the controls are a little bit different there as they would be here, and then obviously you can spin it around. Now when you get in, you will have your axis points drawn on. You can simply turn that on and off by selecting the axis option up here. One other thing you can do is you can select snapshot, and it'll take a picture of your layout from whatever angle you're looking at it at. And that's kind of nice if you want to send photos to your friends or upload them to some forums or Facebook page of some sort. You can get a nice photo as well, instead of something you've taken on your phone of a computer screen, or some form of screenshot of your screen as well. Thank you for watching this How to Use Scarm video by the Sierra Pass Railroad. Make sure to like this video or leave a comment below if you have anything that I missed or what you would like to see in the future. Also make sure to subscribe so that you do not miss out on future how-to videos or layout updates. Thank you for checking out the channel and watching this video. Have a good one.